Hi friends, we are inside our MySQL workbench. You can use phpMyAdmin or any other script you can handle this, and the query remains the same. So earlier in the part 1 we have seen how we have exported data from an table to a new table. So now we'll learn in part 2 how to export data or copy data to an existing table. So for that we have to manage all the constraints of because we are passing to existing table, so it will have its own constraints like unique IDs, and also how we will manage that. So duplicate columns, data should not go to these unique constraints and all. So that part we will see. Now we'll start with our tutorial, our database. My tutorial is my database. You can use your own database. Fine. Now let's go for table. Visit this URL and scroll down a bit, and here the copy the second one. So because this particular one has a auto increment ID, that ID field is unique, so we have copied this. Let me paste the here. So I will create it's my student table. So pressing there are two parts. First to create the table, next is insert data. So first part, pressing Control Enter. So table is created. Now part 2, again Control Enter. So all the records are there. Let me just check it once. So select star from student. Fine, Control Enter. So it is there. 35 records are there. Now I will just create a second table, my student 2 table, using the student. So what I will do, create table student 2 like student. This we have learned in the part 1, like student. So this will copy the structure, no data will be there. So let's run this and see. Yes, it is. Here you can see the bottom, all the result will come. So okay, now I can see I will just let me just run this query. So select star from student 2 to check what are the, you can see only the column headers are there. There is no data. So fine. So now we'll start. It is an existing table. Student 2 is an existing table. There we will passing the data. So first query is our insert into student 2. Select star from student. Now all the data we are copying. We respect whatever everything 35 records will be copied. I am just 30 here. You can see 35 affected row, 35 records are inserted. There is, because at this stage there is no problem, but if I'll try to insert it again, then I'll have an error. The reason is already this ID field what you are seeing, this is auto increment, or it's a primary key, or you can say it's a unique also. So in that way, once I try to run it again, I'll be inserting the same IDs 1 2 3 4, all this thing. That MySQL will not allow. Let me just run it and see. See here, error 1060, duplicate tree 1 for key ID, because it is unique key constraint is there, so no duplicate key is allowed. Now let me just copy, suppose a part list. So what I will do, truncate, I am deleting the records again from student 2, truncate table student 2. Fine. Now it is all records are removed. Now this time I will write another query. I am saying insert into student 2, select star from student, all the records use student, where class equal to 4. So only wherever class is 4, that part only you copy. So I am just enter. Fine. 9 rows are, so there are 9 records which are having class equal to 4. So those 9s have gone. Now let me just see once. I'll just press the cursor here, select star from student and running it. So see these are the records you can see. All class are 4. As we have seen already, that if I'll run it again, then there will be an error message, because it will not, the ID field is unique and it will not allow. But I can do that by using replace command. So that is the basic difference between insert and replace. Replace into student 2. Now I am the same command I am trying, select star from student, where class equal to 4. This will not change any data because same thing only, but it will update it. So let's run it. There will not be any error here now. So you can see 9 rows affected, duplicate. Okay, so replace command won't give anything. It will not generate an error because it forcefully it is update it. It's update the data irrespective of the unique constraint. Suppose we want to use the insert command and also update the data selectively. Then we have to use on update command. We have to use it. So how we will use that on update, we'll see now. Now we'll use the same insert command. We'll write it again, insert into student 2. Now select star from student where class equal to 4. Now this will generate, we know this will generate an error message because ID is a unique constraint is there. Now here we'll add one more thing. Here we'll say on duplicate key update mark equal to 100. Now what it will do, all those records whatever class, because only we have seen already truncated in this student 2 table, we have records of class 4 only. So same thing, on duplicate key it will put all the mark column as 100. Now let's run this and see. Okay, 9 records updated. Now let me just, I kept the cursor here, control enter. Now you can see all the mark columns are 100 now because I have placed it on update queue. Now not only that, I can change the multiple columns also. Now let me just copy this. I will make it here on duplicate mark equal to 100 and say gender equal to, I am giving male. So all wherever female is there, it will become male, and if it is male is there, it will be there. Now let me just, to understand it, I'll give it, make it everything as 200. So mark will become 200 and gender will be male. So let's run this and see. Fine. So again 9 records. So I'll just run the here select star from student. I am running it again. You can see all became male and mark has become 200. So it is by using on duplicate key update, I can any selectively columns I can update it. Now let's see how I can, while passing the data, selective columns only I'll pass. We'll change the structure of our student 2 table here, here it is, and we'll allow the null data to be there. So because we will not pass gender to column data to the student 2 table, so here it is. I am just changing it is not null, I am removing. You can do it in PSVMyAdmin also, or directly query also you can run. So apply, fine. So finish. Now my gender column will take null data. So when I am feeding data for ID, name, class, mark, gender column will not hold it because it will accept null data. So that's what we will be doing it now. Let's back to our query here. Now for that let me just remove the data from my student 2 table. So I will say truncate student 2. Now all data I am removing. Fine. Now if I'll just for our testing, here it is, we'll run once and see, okay, only the structure is there. Now my gender column I can fill it also. Now let's say what I am trying to do now is I am giving again the insert command, insert into student 2. Now what I will select, ID, name, class and mark. Gender I have left it intentionally. Now I am saying again select ID, name, class and mark, and I left the gender from student. So now because one column I have left and I have changed the structure to so it will accept null data. So this should push all the data and make the gender column null. Let's see that. So I am pressing Ctrl and enter. Fine, 35 rows affected, so there is no problem. Now let's see what is the data in our you can see 35 records are there, and all the gender column is, sorry, it is by default it is male, so it has taken male. I can change the structure. Let me just, sorry, it is not null, it is, you can see gender. Okay, sorry, it is default extension is male. I can remove this also. Let me remove this, and it is null. Okay, apply. Fine, so finish. Now let me come to my query again. So again I have to truncate it. So I am using the truncate table student2, enter, deleted. Now again I am going for where is my last one? Yeah, this is the column. This is the last, insert into student2 ID name class mark. I removed the gender column. Here also gender is removed. So I am running this. Fine. So 35 records are there. Now let me just select the student table. I put the cursor in line number 47 and pressing the control enter. So you can see all the gender column data has become null, because by default it takes null data. So rest 4 columns, ID, name, class and mark, are taken from the student. So this is how we will be managing data transferring with multiple, all the columns or single column or some 2-3 columns, like that we can manage it and handle the constraint part also. So basic thing is replace command will override the one, and on duplicate key, if any duplicate key is there or a constraint is there, we can handle what it should do. That also we have seen. So that's all. In the 2 parts we have completed this, and next we will move to a there are many are there, MySQL insert ID and other things. I will just request you, please share these videos with your friends and classmates and all, and request you to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon, so you'll be notified as and when we post new tutorials and all. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.